Hello everyone and welcome to Seduce Me, an extra episode, more specifically the beach episode. Wow, we have not heard from this franchise on my channel for quite a while because we have already concluded the let's play of the main storyline and finished all the routes and concluded two special episodes with James and Eric. Yes, but we're missing, I believe, Matthew and Damien still, yes? If my memory served me correctly. But anyways, we did Diana as well too. We did Diana, James, and Eric, but we didn't do Matthew or Damien yet. So that has yet to be released, but we still have this extra beach episode that I promised you guys that I would do once the summertime rolls around. And of course, summertime has already passed, like first day of summer has already passed, but I was totally occupied with doing my let's play for Seduce Me, for Mystic Messenger as well as Mystic Destinies. Those are my two main slotted games right now on my channel that's going on right now. So yes, before I completely forget about this, I promise you guys I would do it once the time comes around, and before I forget any further, let's just get this out of the way, kind of thing. We still need to do this, and we all missed our incubi brothers, and now they will be known as the Inky Beach Boys now because we're gonna go to the beach. So let's start. So of course we're gonna change our names back to Hannah. Yes, it was Hannah, I think. Yes, Hannah. God damn it. Chicago is to me the greatest city in the world, is it now? It isn't crazy crowded and has the sights of New York City and Los Angeles in a wonderful package. Really, I've never been, so I don't know. The historic buildings and events that are peppered through Chicago are to die for. Whatever you say. There's only one problem with Chicago. Oh, that gang violence. No, I'm kidding. Kidding! I'm sure Chicago is a wonderful place. All of my Chicago fans, if I have any out there. I would love to visit. We don't have a beach, but we have a lake. Okay, so you lied to me. It's not a beach episode, it's a lake episode. If you're the type that loves to surf, swim, or do anything remotely related to a beach, you would not find that kind of fun here. While you could do all of those things in the lake, it's not suggested. Well, that's no fun. The water is either too cold or too filled with questionable pollution to even dare try. At least you could walk around it and hang out with your friends, so no swimming, I presume. Yeah, they did mention that. Alright, okay. So when the boys suggested that we go to the beach during dinner cleanup, I was completely dumbfounded. Unless you're going to transport me because, James is the CEO of the company now, so he's going to take our private jet and he's just going to, fly us all the way to, I don't know, the Maldives, and we can have our little vacation there. Oh hey, the art style is the more of the older style. Huh, what do you know? So I'm pretty sure this is done before the Seduce Me 2 game, and as well as James's and Eric's special episode. So wait, what? Guys, you mean the lake, right? Nope.
No, miss, we mean the beach.
An actual beach, Hannah, not that ghetto shit. You call that a beach?
Woo! We haven't gone to the beach in ages. Can we go now?
Actually, that's the same here with Canada because technically we don't have a beach as well because, seriously guys, Canada is not a tropical destination. If y'all thought that Canada was a tropical destination in the summertime because we got ourselves a quote-unquote beach, then you are sorely mistaken because it is in fact a lake, but we call it a beach because we like to dream, okay? Let us dream that we have a beach. And we have the tropical weather already, we're just missing the beach, so why not just imagine it? Woo, we haven't gone to the beach in ages. Yeah, but can we go now? Yes.
Which one are we going to?
Yeah, where are we going to? Hawaii? I'd love to go to Hawaii. Guys.
Do we have to? I got shit to do.
Oh, Sam, stop being such a party pooper. Come on, enjoy some of the beach. Get a little tan, since your pasty-ass self needs it.
You want a vacation too, Sam?
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of my head!
Guys, but how are we gonna get there? The boys all looked at me as I exploded, catching their attention. Why was it that every time I demanded their attention, I had to yell to get it? Because they get really distracted, okay? And there's 5 of them. So nevertheless, I glared at the boys, not understanding where the idea of a beach trip came from. We were in the suburbs of Chicago, and there was no beach in any of the four corners of Illinois. Yes. We have a lake, not a beach. Where is this beach idea coming from? So the boy stared at me for a long moment before James cleared his throat with an obvious smile behind his fist.
Miss, I'm suggesting a trip out of state to an actual beach.
Yes, Hannah. Good. We're rich enough. You're the goddamn granddaughter of a CEO. You're from a ballin' family. Ever heard of a fucking plane? Oh, wait. I'm being so shady right now. I'm sorry. Gotta tone down that sass. Gotta tone it down. Wait, what? How would we get there? A goddamn plane. Ever owned a private plane before? I'm sure your grandfather's left it in his will at some point. James adjusted his glasses with a smirk before walking around the dining room table and towards the lobby.
I can have a jet scheduled for us with a non-stop flight. Hawaii has good weather today the last time I checked.
Yes! See, I told you. James come through. Yes, with that Hawaii trip and that private jet. I had almost forgotten that James is a CEO now, so he had plenty of assets available to him. Exactly. God, how could you forget that? Still, Hawaii? Oh, come on, girl. That's 9 hours by plane. So?
We'd sleep on the plane. Duh.
Yeah, Matthew has a point. When the heck would we leave? Now would be a good time.
It would be best to leave sometime very early. Remember time zones.
Yes, indeed.
I can schedule our flight for 7 a.m. We'd arrive around noon in their time zone.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. I'll pack some food for us.
Yay, snacks.
Woo! Man, I gotta find my swim trunks.
Okay. Do I even have a bathing suit to my name?
I'll pack the sunscreen. This will be fun.
Seeing as how I completely forget the fact that James owns a jet now.
Guess we're really doing this, huh? Damn it. Fine, whatever.
Again, Sam, come on, take a vacation, go get a tan. God, you're practically blinding me with your skin right now. The second sun over here. I stared as the boys quickly dispersed to pack and prepare. Were they not going to ask me to come with? As I thought that, Sam peeked his head back into the dining room, glaring at me with a raised eyebrow. Of course you're coming along with them, girl. It's not like they're completely ignoring you and being like, hey, watch the house, bye. They're not total dickheads.
Hey, you gonna pack or what? You're coming too.
Exactly. God, girl. What? Me? Yes, you, girl. I see no one else in this goddamn house.
No, the other Anderson in the room. Yes, you doofus. Now hurry up. If you don't, we're leaving without you.
Yes, I am Sam. I am also Sam in this moment. Sam disappeared beyond the archway, most likely to go off and pack on his own. I let the situation sink in. We were all going to Hawaii and relax on the beach. It was a real vacation. I know, oh my gosh. I would have been stupid to say no to the chance to get away for a day, especially to Hawaii, exactly. So get packing. I instantly ran to my room and began to pack my swimsuit and essentials, preparing for a long trip there and back. Even if we only stayed for the day or two, it was going to be a fun vacation, indeed. When we finished packing, we could barely contain ourselves. We were checking and double-checking our luggage, excited for this impromptu vacation. I wish I was rich enough to do this. God, girl. Matthew kept packing and repacking things, indecisive about what he wanted to bring. As 6 a.m. rolled around, we gathered our things and drove out to a private airport where James had scheduled a jet to pick us up. By 7, we were on a jet and soaring through the skies towards Hawaii. Yay! The excitement of the trip had me sleeping through the flight, hoping to make time go faster. By the time I opened my eyes, I was being ushered into a taxi, and shortly we arrived on the sandy beaches of Honolulu, Hawaii. Oh my goodness! And who the hell carried me on the taxi? God. Okay, fine, whatever. Yay! Oh my god, you guys are silly.
Look at that view.
Yeah, but you're blocking it all, so I can't exactly see around it. Jesus.
Wow, that looks so beautiful.
Yeah, from what I can see between your legs and arms. Okay, but it's great. It's great. We're here in Hawaii. Yay, aloha. Yeah, get that Honolulu, aloha spirit.
It's just the beach.
Shut up, Sam. Just enjoy it.
Don't let anyone hear you say that, Sam.
Indeed. Wow. Yes, wow. I couldn't stop myself from staring at the view of the ocean myself. It was breathtaking, to say the least. The air was fresh, and the view of the endless horizon captivated my senses. It took James clearing his throat for us to break our attention away from the sight and look back to him.
Let's set up a spot for us to relax first before we enjoy ourselves.
Yes, I want a shady spot, so we can get away from the sun for a bit because, too much sun is not good too. So we gotta, have intervals, a good amount of it. With a nod from all of us, we set up a small area on the shoreline facing out toward the water. Our large purple and blue beach blanket became home base as we settled down and took in the fresh breeze. Sam stretched out, letting out a tired yawn. Are you gonna seriously sleep through tired? Okay, yes, I get it.
Man, how long do we plan on sticking around? We're not gonna splash and run, are we?
No, we're gonna be here for a while. God.
I've already arranged a hotel block for all of us to stay in tonight, so you're completely free to do whatever you like for the day.
Yay!
What? Really?
Yes, really. Always thinking ahead, aren't you? Yep.
That's our older brother for you. Always 3 steps ahead of the rest.
Thank God.
Come on, Sam. Don't be a killjoy.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Don't let him fool you. He's just as excited as we are.
Okay, he's just being dirty about it. Gotcha. Totally forgot about that, about Sam. Despite the quick glares at Sam's eyes at Damien, Sam couldn't help but smile and nod.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's been what? Half a year since we had a real vacation?
Oh my, too long. The boys nodded in agreement. Had it all really been that long for them? I had graduated and the summer caught up to us so quickly that I barely realized how much time passed since the boys came to live with me. As I thought of it, a smile trickled onto my lips, remembering how close we had all become. I was especially close with, and Wiz is where we're gonna choose, and who we're gonna hang out with. Yes! So let's save that just to get a quick, replay of all of them. So let's just go down the list. So James. I looked over at James, seeing him adjust his glasses and settle down on the blanket. He had stolen my heart the moment he offered his arm to me when we first met. Love at first arm, yes. I couldn't tell what it was exactly that attracted me, but I was positive that his leader-like aura was one of the million reasons I fell in love with a demon. As I stared, James caught my gaze and smiled at me sweetly, making my face burn a soft red, and I looked away in embarrassment. Sam and Matthew turned to each other and smirked. What?
Race into the water, Runt!
Okay, bye. Go have fun, kids.
No speed boost, cheater!
Okay. And off they went, bolting towards the ocean with bouncing strides across the sand. Eric and Damien laughed before looking to each other.
Can we go collect some seashells?
Aw, that's so cute.
It's like you read my mind.
But yeah, he does. Eric and Damien nodded to each other before walking towards the reef, focused on their hunt for seashells. I became determined to think of things that James and I could do. So we could get a boat and ride across the water, or even just walk along the shoreline and watch the others enjoy themselves. As long as I was with James, I was completely okay. Oh, wow, this is really nice. This is a nice CG. As I looked back at James, I noticed him sitting down on the blanket we had laid out and pull out a book from the bag we brought along. To my surprise, it wasn't love and romance, it was a book with a blank cover and back. Are you hiding something from me? Huh, James?
What is it?
What you reading? You're just gonna read? James nodded, lifting his book a bit for me to see.
I started this a while ago and still haven't finished. I might as well finish it now that I have the time to.
Oh, true. Yeah, whatever. It's his way of relaxing. Doesn't mean that you gotta go all crazy and shit on this beach. You can relax too. Take it easy. I see. It seemed a bit boring. Why would James go through the trouble of coming to Hawaii, then sit around and read? That made zero sense. Okay, I'm sure he's a fast reader, so he'll get it through and then he'll go do some other shit. Seeing my confusion, James smiled.
You're wondering when I'm going to have some fun, aren't you?
Yes. Huh? Well, I mean. I bit my lip. I didn't mean to give my thoughts away on my face, but James simply nodded and laughed a bit, causing me to look back at him.
I plan to eventually.
Okay, yeah, see, I told you. Now go out and just go have some fun for a while. Eventually, yes.
Mm-hmm. I mainly wanted to come here for them.
Aww, isn't that sweet? James' gaze turned to the ocean, causing me to look over and watch as Sam and Matthew raced each other into the blue water, with Eric and Damien sitting on a rock nearby, collecting seashells. There was the logic. He did it for his brothers. Aww, isn't that sweet? You knew they wanted to have a real vacation, so you arranged the perfect one. I looked to James to see him nod with a smile as he continued to look at his brothers enjoying themselves.
We may be adults, but I'm still their older brother. Whatever I can give them, I will happily provide.
What a man. What a man. We all need a James in our lives. Even if Sam fights you, well, yeah. That's what brothers do.
Even if he argues tooth and nail with me, I'll still take care of him.
Ah! God damn, perfect older brother, James. I smiled, feeling my heart warm at the sight of such brotherly love. I walked over and sat down beside James, staring out at the waters and leaning slightly against James' side.
Love?
No, I'm really happy that I have a man like you in my life. You're so sweet to them, you know that?
I'm glad you think so. I hope you will enjoy yourself too.
Yeah, I will. I nodded before letting out a sigh and becoming lost in the sight of the horizon. There we go. Yes, typo, but it's okay. This place is really beautiful, but not as beautiful as I am, right? I was happy to be by James' side, even if he was simply basking in the sun with a book. James seemed to take the hint as he softly let out a chuckle and wrapped an arm around me, kissing my temple.
But it is nothing compared to your beauty.
See, I told you! It's like you read my mind. Oh my god, thank you. I already know that. Kidding. That made my face heat up. I became red in the face, pursing my lips at James as he smiled and hugged me to him. I love you, James. You're such a perfect namja.
I love you too.
Yes. My little vacation away from the world would be My little vacation away from the world would be as perfect with me wrapped in would be perfect with me wrapped in James's arms, staring at a gorgeous ocean. There we go, enjoying the fresh island breeze. God, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Yeah, that was really short. Okay, which means we could just breeze on by with the other guys. So let's see. Hold on. Anyways, this works. Okay, Eric is next. There we go. Let's go spend some time with Eric. I looked over at Eric, watching him take a deep breath and release a silent sigh of relaxation. He was my second kiss, and he had claimed to all of my kisses thereafter. Yes. Remembering how we met painted a smile over my face, recalling his flirty and suave persona. Underneath the mask, however, was a man I truly came to adore. As I stared, Eric caught my gaze and smiled at me lovingly, making my face burn in soft red and causing me to look away in embarrassment. Oh, stop that. Seeing my embarrassment, Eric walked over and gently lifted my hand in his, kissing over my knuckles.
Princess, accompany me, will you? I'd like to walk with you.
Of course! Yes, why not? I stared at Eric, feeling my blush intensify at his kiss before smiling softly and nodding to him. A walk across the beach sounded lovely with Eric. Absolutely wonderful. Eric smiled and softly guided my hand under his arm, guiding me to a reef near the water's edge. The sand was warm beneath my feet, and the air brushed over my skin in a loving manner. Aww. Even as we teased the ocean's edge by letting our feet walk in the shallow shoreline, the clear water lapping over our toes, I could still feel the tingling heat from the sand beneath the soft brushes of the waves. However, feeling Eric's strong arms made me instinctively cuddle up against him, laying my head on his shoulder. It was so romantic to be on the beach with him, a perfect chick flick moment, indeed. Eric, feeling my embrace, chuckled and kissed my head, causing me to look up at him.
So, my princess, how do you like the view of the Pacific?
Very ocean. Yes, I love it. It's gorgeous. I've never been to Hawaii before, so this is a brand new experience for me.
Really? I'm surprised.
I know! Me being so ballin' like I am, like my family, you would think my family would take a couple of vacations to like Hawaii or something, or the Maldives, but nah. Guess it's my father. Hey, what's so surprising? Vacations are expensive, and I've never had the time to really travel with studying and all. Wow, man. Jesus. Eric nodded in understanding, knowing exactly what I meant. Eric learned of how strict my father was when he properly asked for permission to marry me. There we go. I was shocked at how well they got along, but since Eric was an incubus, I couldn't be totally surprised with his charisma there. However, I became surprised in the moment as Eric turned and wrapped his arms around me, pulling me close to him with a smile. What? Eric?
You look so lovely in the sun, my island princess.
Thank you. I stared up at him, completely lost in the cheesiness of his words and the loving glimmer in his eyes. I felt myself lift a leg behind me, popping my foot off of the water below me and leaning closer to Eric's body. Oh my god, I'm making it even more greasy than it needs to be. You're too sweet, Eric.
I only speak the truth.
Bah. I smiled and wrapped my arms around Eric's neck, closing my eyes and leaning in for a kiss. I felt Eric step closer to me and lean towards me as well, making my heart flutter in anxiousness of the kiss. We didn't expect what happened next. What, a huge wave just crashes over you?
Get a room!
Oh. Okay, I was gonna... yeah, I figured that too. Huh?
Yeah.
Gah. All at once, I felt a pair of hands on my side push Eric and me over. I quickly looked over to see Matthew and Sam, hands held out and pushing us with evil grins on their faces, as Eric and I fell into the water beside us. Okay. Alright. Refreshing. With a splash, Eric and I dropped into the water and quickly shot back up for air, shaking out from the intense temperature shift. God, you jerks! Sam and Matthew laughed and high-fived each other before running off towards the other end of the beach. Puffing out my cheeks, I looked back towards Eric to make sure he was okay. A little water doesn't hurt nobody, but hot damn, it sure does a body good. Eric stood up from the water and grinned at me, combing his hair back with his hand and drenched from head to toe. I had to admit, I was kind of hot to see him like that, but his smile made one grow on my own lips. Yeah.
Well, that certainly didn't turn out the way I would have imagined.
Oh, but it worked out for the best of both worlds, huh? If you know what I mean. As Eric began to laugh, I could help but laugh along. Now that the rush of surprise had washed over us, quite literally, it was kind of hilarious to know that our romantic moment was comedically ruined. Taking the surprising moment a little further, I dipped my hands in the water and splashed it up towards Eric, landing my water attack perfectly.
Princess?
Water fight! Gotcha! Haha. A smirk danced over Eric's lips after he wiped his face with his hand before he retaliated, making me release a squeak in surprise and cover myself from the water he shot towards me. I couldn't help but laugh a little harder. We had our entire lives to be romantic and cheesy. We were at the beach now, so we could have a little fun for the moment. My little vacation away from the world would be with Eric and me laughing in the sun and playing in the ocean together. Yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes. And we go back. And that's Eric's. That was really cute. I love the CGs that are done individually for each of the boys. They're really nicely done. To be honest. TBH, not gonna lie. Okay, let's do this one more time. So up next is Sam. Sammy boy. I looked over at Sam, watching him stretch back and rub his neck. That mere action reminded me how ripped and strong he was, causing a red blush to cross my cheeks. Damn. Sam was my first kiss. Recalling that small memory caused a smile to grace my lips as I continued to gaze at Sam and his Adonis-like body. God damn. You ripped. As I stared, Sam looked over before smirking and flexing his arms behind his head, making my face burn a deeper red, and I looked away from in embarrassment. Girl, I would have stared all day, shamelessly, hot damn. Your biceps, sir. Eric released a yawn and sat down on the blanket, joined by James.
I think I'll just relax here for a bit.
Okay, sure.
I'll join you, Eric. I have a book I need to finish anyway.
Yes, which is true.
Boo! You two are no fun.
Nah, they're just relaxing in their own special way, okay? God. I looked over at Sam, wondering what fun we could have on the beach. We could swim in the ocean, maybe rent some surfboards and wade in the water. If Sam knew how to surf, it would be fun to see him ride the waves. I grinned at the images in my head and of things we could do, but then I heard Damien chuckle and walk over to Matthew while catching my attention. I forgot he was able to read my mind, really.
Come on, Matthew. Let's go get some ice cream.
Okay, I guess you're gonna leave us to ourselves, I guess.
Ooh, sounds good. I could go for some.
Me too. Damien smiled at me before nodding and walking away with Matthew towards a small hut on the far end of the beach, leaving Sam and me alone. Nice, thank you. Always the wingman, Damien, that man. I turned towards Sam, seeing him watch his younger brothers leave before gazing at me with a simple smile.
Guess it's just us, huh?
Yep, what you gonna do? I nodded before walking over and leaning up on my toes, kissing Sam's cheek. As I caught him off guard, I looked over to the side to see a small building with surfboards on the side, most likely ready for rent. Ooh, we're going surfing! With a playful smirk, I continued to lean in, making Sam stare at me with a blush on his face and surprise in his eyes. How about a race? The word race made a slowly growing smirk appear over Sam's lips, mischief in his stare as he gazed into my eyes.
A race? Where?
To that hut, right there. I placed my finger on the end of his nose before jerking my thumb over to the surfboard building. No powers to that building.
What made you think you can beat me without me using my powers?
You know what? You're right, but let me dream. Well, we're on sand. I pointed at the sand beneath our feet, reminding Sam of the difficult terrain we were on as we already sank a bit in the ground. Sam looked down and realized the difficulty of the challenge as his toes wiggled in the sand. Still, Sam looked back up at me with the same arrogant and playful smirk.
So what? I'll still win.
Okay, whatever, mister. Let's just get going. You really think so? I felt a rush of confidence rush through my body as I arched my back and pressed my chest up against Sam's in an act of intimidation. Sam grinned and leaned his head in towards mine, touching his nose with mine.
I know so, doofus.
Okay, then prove me wrong then. Then let's go. Bye. I gave a peck on Sam's cheek, knowing he would be stunned for a half of a second before bolting towards the surfboard building. Sam stared at me, shaking out the surprise attack before smirking and rushing after me. I laughed, looking back at Sam before focusing my sights on the finish line we had established. The sand beneath my feet was giving way with each step I took, but I pulled my legs up and continued forward. Hey, oh, that's a really cute CG too. I didn't expect Sam to catch up so fast, grinning to me at my side and matching my stride. Oh my god, you're so fast.
How's it going, doofus?
Gosh, shut up. Hey, no cheating. I barked, unbelieving at how much ground he had gained in the race. Sam leaned back and let out a bark of a laugh.
Not my fault you're having trouble.
Oh, fuck off. Sam looked back at me and grabbed my arm, pulled me towards him before ducking down, and I landed on his back, piggyback style. Oh, nice, I get a free ride. Whoa.
Come on.
Okay, this works. With a burst of energy rushing through our bodies, Sam sped up and raced like a speeding car towards the building. I gripped onto Sam tightly, laughing, accepting the loss I would have had in the race. Sam was indeed faster than me, but I still loved him anyway. My little vacation away from the world would be with Sam and me running along the sand and surfing the Hawaiian waves. Yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes. Okay, there we go. That's Sam. Let's continue on, and I think we still have Matthew and Damien to go, and I think down the list we have, let's see. We have Matthew. Okay, Matthew. I turned my head to Matthew, seeing him bounce on the balls of his feet in excitement. I couldn't help but feel energetic and excited for the day ahead myself, just from the sight. Matthew and I had become a dynamic dual team, and being on vacation with him was proving to be a fun adventure waiting to happen. God. As I looked at my wonderful incubus, Matthew turned to lock eyes with me and smiled. I smiled back, both of us gaining a boost of joy just from the exchange. Sam let a grin across his lips as he walked over to Damien and gave him a simple smack on the back. Just smack.
Hey, Damien, want to learn how to swim since we're here?
Aw, Damien doesn't know how to swim? Oh, no. Yeah, we're gonna teach him then.
Huh?
Yeah, you're gonna learn today, son. Before Damien could properly reply, Sam ducked down and lifted Damien over his shoulder, walking towards the water. We're just gonna dump you in there.
God, Sam, put me down.
Nope.
Sure, I'll put you down when we get to the water.
Yes. James and Eric shook their heads, watching the pair as Sam marched towards the ocean with Damien flailing on his arm. Matthew chuckled nervously before walking over to me with his cute, goofy grin.
So, what you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I smiled at Matthew before looking to the water, letting some ideas cross my mind. We could indeed swim around in the ocean and enjoy the water. At the same time, I felt like waiting a bit before taking a dip. Okay. I took Matthew's hand and gently pulled him towards the coastline. Let's walk for a bit, then we can go swimming. Matthew nodded in agreement before walking alongside me towards the edge of the water. We walked along the foamy tips of the waves as we basked in the bright sunlight. I had never felt so relaxed until then. I guess I truly needed the vacation after all. I was glad to spend it with the man I loved, and that fact made me release a sweet sigh of joy.
Huh? What is it?
I'm just so happy, you know? Huh? Matthew turned to me with a curious smile. I furrowed my eyebrows in confusion for a moment before realizing the sigh had come out of my mouth. I then shook my head and laughed. Sorry, haha, I was just thinking of how wonderful today is. We're in Hawaii, and we're spending the day out. It's really nice. The bread is beautiful. The water's nice, you know? And Matthew seemed to agree as he nodded with a smile and stretched his hand up to cover his face with a shadow.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, kinda hot.
I know. I don't do well with the heat either. I had to admit it was a bit warm. Warm, I guess. Then again, we were on an island beach. It was expected to be hot, enticing you forward to take a dip in the water, yes. However, as he took a moment to himself, Matthew grinned and pointed over my shoulder.
Whoa, what's that?
What's what? Where? I instantly turned over my shoulder to look, only seeing the tree line of the beach and feeling a wave of confusion hit my brain. What was he wanting to show me? Oh my god, he totally tricked me. He totally pulled a fast one on me. Oh, it's ice cream. As I turned back around, however, Matthew held up 2 tan cups filled with peach-orange colored ice cream. Whoa, magic! When the hell did you hide that? Where did you pull that out? Whoa, how did... Matthew handed one of the cups to me and smiled sweetly before starting to eat from his own. The ice cream looked amazing, but I could tell that something was different about it. Oh, you pulled it out from your pocket, didn't you? Because you got magic pockets. What kind of ice cream is this?
Goody goody. It's like soda ice cream. It's really good. I promise.
Okay, goody goody. Goody goody. I watched him take another bite of his goody goody before nodding and looking down at my own cup. It looked fluffy and light, so I took up my spoon and tried it. He was right. Hot damn, that's good ice cream. The flavor was soft and the texture was melt in your mouth, mixed with a fluffy cloud-like feel. Even more so, it was refreshing, and I felt gently cold waves run through my body from that simple taste. This is really good. Yeah.
I know, right? It's so yummy.
Yes, indeed. Matthew and I shared a small laugh and smile as we enjoyed our dessert. The combination was perfect, the light breeze and the cool goody-goody mixed with the sight of the ocean and the fresh air. Today was a good day. Yes, this is a good day. Today is such a good day, yes. Matthew chuckled a bit, causing me to look over at my fluffy-haired incubus. What?
I feel the same way. Being on a beach with the sweetest woman I know and eating really good ice cream is the best.
Yeah. Yes. Same. I pursed my lips and fought the blush attempting to invade my cheeks, causing Matthew's chuckle to evolve into laughter. I couldn't be stubborn for long and began to smile.
I love you so much. You know that?
Yeah, I love you too. Probably not as much as his ice cream, but you know, maybe on the same level. And I love you too, Matthew. I really do. Thanks for the ice cream. Matthew was indeed one of the most important people in my life, and to walk alongside with his smile made me excited for the day ahead. He was my joy and I was his. I wouldn't have it any other way. Ooh, that's different. That was different. Okay, anyways, last guy on the list is basically Damien, so let's see what kind of shenanigans we'll get into with him. Maybe just a simple walk on the beach, maybe just collecting shells, maybe teaching him how to swim, I don't know. We're gonna find out. So, I turned my head towards Damien, seeing him stare at the ocean's horizon. I couldn't help but wonder what was on his mind. Damien had become an interesting adventure to explore as he was generally the less talkative brother of the incubi, despite being human now. Alright, that was a thing. I found those facts dancing around my thoughts in fascination. As I looked at Damien, he looked over and was surprised to see me stare at him before smiling and reaching over, taking my hand. I blushed and smiled, giving his hand a squeeze. I began to wonder what we were going to do together. We could walk along the shore, swim and explore the depths of the ocean, maybe even surf. Anything was a possibility. The ocean is a scary place, so I would dip my toes in but not go too far. Out of pure excitement, I tightened my hold on Damien's hand and pulled him towards the ocean, giggling a bit.
Huh?
He can't swim though! Come on, let's jump in! But he can't swim!
Wait!
He can't swim! I could barely hear him as we made our way towards the edge of the water. Before we could even touch it, however, Damien pulled my hand back, causing us to stop. Okay. Whoa!
Hold on, okay?
Yeah, he needs to, take it easy. Just get one foot in. Damien, what's wrong? He can't swim. Damien grimaced, tightening his grip on my hand as he looked down at the sand in shame. What was he ashamed of?
I can't swim.
Don't worry, we can just wait around. You can still, get to a point where you're just standing in the water. Not exactly, float. And suddenly I felt bad. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
It's alright. I guess I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, it's one of those, little trivia things that you should know about a person. Damien relaxed a bit before stepping beside me, looking out at the water. There was a form of longing in his eyes that made me frown, but a prick of curiosity tapped at my mind. Why don't you know how to swim?
Well, I guess the demon world is to blame. In the Abyssal Plains, we live near a place called the Decaying Sea.
Right.
A cursed body of water that pulls anyone who falls in beneath the water for all eternity.
Don't worry, this isn't like that. This is the Decaying Sea Disney brother, you know? The Disney half, the other sibling. So, you know. Oh, wow.
Yeah. When we came here, James and the others instantly adapted and grew to love the beaches we went to. I never really got over my fear, though, so I can't swim.
It's alright, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn today. Damien pressed his lips together inside, making me frown a bit more. I really wanted to help him, and he seemed a bit interested in at least wading through the waters. Yeah, we could do that. With a small dollop of courage, I turned around and slowly walked back into the water, feeling the ocean gently wrap and dance around my feet while I held Damien's hands. Trust me.
Huh?
Don't worry. It's not like the Decaying Sea. Like I said, this is the Disney version, where magical things happen. Let's take it slow then. I'll help you through it, even if we just wade through the water. Damien stared at me in surprise. I hoped he was up for a courageous chance, but something told me that he would be with just a little nudge. As his lips finally formed into a loving smile, he nodded, making me giddy in joy. He slowly began to walk towards me as I led both of us further into the water. As the ocean caressed Damien's feet, he flinched a bit, tightening his grip on my hand. Now, don't worry, it's alright, it's all normal. This is normal. You're not dead yet. However, he gulped silently and pushed himself further. I felt a bit bad, not wanting to force him into this, so I slowed my pace even further, eventually getting us to the knee-deep edge of the water. There, this is good, right? The ocean, on the other hand, was an impatient beast, and was like, "Get in there, bitch!" I barely noticed a shadow hovering over us as Damien looked up behind me and suddenly became pale in fright.
Wave!
Okay, chill, relax, honey. It's not gonna kill us. Well, maybe it might, but you know. I barely had time to turn around to see a gigantic wave cresting over Damien and me before feeling it. My incubus rushed at me and wrapped himself around me protectively. Aw, but he still would risk his life for me. Oh my goodness. What a sweetheart. Ow. The cold but refreshing wave of water splashed over our bodies, making the warm air that followed after brush against our cooled skin. However, we remained frozen at the event, caught off guard at the ocean's natural splash attack. And we're fine. I looked up at Damien and watched as he slowly opened his eyes, looking around in slight surprise. We were both soaking wet, but we were still okay, standing in the same spot we were in before. Yeah, exactly. It's nothing. No big deal. Gently standing up straight, I placed my hands on his shoulders, slightly nervous and worried about my incubus's mental state. You're not afraid of the ocean now, are you? Like, permanently? Damien, are you okay? A moment passed of utter silence as Damien seemed to take in what had happened to him. We were alright and we were still together. Still alive. See, that wasn't so bad. See? Isn't that fun? Kind of, you know, even though we're wet and we're full of salt now, but it's okay. Finally, Damien began to laugh. It was a sweet and joyful laugh, one that seemed to ooze with innocent excitement and enthusiasm. I couldn't help but start laughing myself. Ha ha ha! That wave was unexpected, but it didn't kill us, which is great. Aww, oh, that's a really cute CG. I like that. Damien grinned at me before gently walking further into the water, gesturing for me to follow.
Come on, let's wait for another one further in.
Okay. Oh God, you're so eager. I stared dumbfounded. Where did this rush of courage come from? As if the ocean listened to my thoughts, a small wave gently pulled me in for a small wave gently pulled me forward, pushing the back of my knees towards Damien. I stared at the water before smiling. See, the ocean has its own mind, kind of like in Moana. This swimming lesson would be fun. I would spend time with Damien, forging a new memory and helping him learn to love the water. The ocean seemed excited to have us, and I was happy to know we would have a grand time. A good old grand time. I wouldn't have it any other way. Aw, isn't that sweet? Okay. Well then, I guess that's it, right? That's no hidden, what's it called, stuff? Okay. Anyways, yeah, there we go. That was really cute. Again, I really, really love the CG art that we get for these extra episodes because for some reason they're just like, the style of art of it is just so, it's so nice to look at, and it's so like, it's more, what's it called? Dynamic? Is that the word to describe it? I don't even know. But anyways, regardless, I really love the CG artworks for these special episodes. I think they're so well done, and I understand that it can't be the same throughout the entire, like, you know, like, what's it called, the franchise, like the main stories and this and such, because, you know, that takes a lot of work, and that takes, you know, again, what's it called, and what's the word, it's more time constraining if it's meant to be worked into the actual main story. But anyways, regardless, I love the fact that it's we at least get to see it here in like these extra episodes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because we're still missing Damien's and Matthew's, so we're gonna see more of that, hopefully sometime soon. But anyways, for now, that will conclude the Seduce Me, you know, franchise here on my channel in terms of Let's Play and the story arc, until we actually get Damien and Matthew's extra episodes. Yeah, until then, you guys, I will see you in another one of my Let's Play. Until then, bye!